Thank you. Thank you so much.
So welcome, Sam Vox. I am just going to let me just send out a little requote tweet so that everyone gets to see it.
Thank you so much. It is in my X.
Is it appearing on your X as well?
Okay. Mm.
Okay, so I'll post this and then I'll also stick it on. I'll stick it on as my pinned tweet. It can replace all of the music I was putting up yesterday. Okay, so we're back
Yes.
together. First of all, thank you very much. It's taken a little while for me to come around, but I had a first batch of artist interviews, and then your life intervened, and I didn't have a chance to do any more. I've got a few more set up, so anyone who's watching, who's asked in the past, and who I've told will be in the second batch, we'll get around to you very soon. But Sam, thank you very much for joining us. Tell us a little bit, before we look at your art, tell us a little bit about your artistic journey and where you are and your circumstances.
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, dear Mark, for this opportunity. I'm really excited for this interview because you are one of my favorite person in the people in the NFT community, and it is my pleasure to have an interview with you, my friend. About myself, as you know, I'm Sam Vox and I am voxel artist in NFT community, and I've been here about 2 years. And to be honest, when I started my journey in NFT, I didn't have any, experience about art. To be honest, my field in university was electrical engineering, and I graduated master's degree in university. But and as also, I was top student in university. But when during my studying in the university, art was my passion, and I couldn't forget it at all. After I graduated, I start to learning 3D softwares such as a Blender or something and Magical Voxel, and I found that voxel art that is designed with very small cubes, and in fact it is 3D pixel art. I felt that I fell in love with it and start my journey with voxel art. And I'm from Iran, and as you can see, my appearance. And just if you have any other question, I will happy to answer you.
Okay, that's very good. Well, I won't ask too much about
sorry, dear Mark, I can't hear anything from you.
That's fine. Sorry,
Yes.
I switched the microphone off just while I was grabbing a drink of water. So thank you very much and welcome. I don't know whether you know Sam Vox is an immediately recognizable name because there's a famous Western model called Sam Fox. I don't know whether anyone's mentioned that before, but that makes it memorable. Of course, worlds apart in terms of what you're doing with your life. I'm very interested in the voxel. You have really specialized in this voxel thing. What is it that particularly attracts you to putting together little cubes, which must be very very time consuming?
First of all, about Sam, my real name is Samira, and it is an Arabic name. And I put together my style in designing art and my real name. I get first part of both of name, voxel art and Samira, Sam Vox. And for this reason, my name is, as you can see. And to be honest, I didn't have any teacher or coach in to learn 3D software. I learned my art was only from YouTube. To be honest, I try to have resilience and perseverance personality, and because I passion to art about 8 even 10 hours a day every day.
Wow.
I try to work with magical boxes software, even 3D softwares, and for this reason you see this result after 2 years. I suggest you please check my object and see the first pieces that I minted on object. They
Yeah.
are really, really simple, and they are, when I I checked them again. I told myself, "Oh, it is shame. What did you do, Samira? Who is this such as art?" But I told myself, "Don't feeling shy at all, because that is the great company doesn't start does start with a very low level, and step by step they improve their works, and that is normal for all of guys." And to be honest, nowadays I don't check my uh, first artworks on object, but I don't have any weight because they are minted, and they are have there's a lot of collectors collected. And sorry.
I agree with you entirely. I don't like burning old stuff because it's like a it's like a documenting your journey. You know, if you look at Beeple, the most famous person in the space, you can still go back and see the first daily pictures that he was creating. Some of them are awful. Some of them really haven't very little skill, but you can see his journey. You can see how he's developed skills along the way. Same with me. I have not tried to burn anything that I created back in 2021. It's still there if people, some NFT archaeologist wants to go and find them. They're still all out there. Should we
Yes.
take a look, and you can talk us through one of your first pieces that you gave me a link to. I'll share the screen, and let's go to let's just share the whole screen. That's probably easiest. And then I'll jump over to the first thing that you sent me, which is this wonderful palace.
I see. Yes, I see it from my computer also to understand and get good what I want to say about it. Yes, that is one of piece that I really, really proud of it, because to be honest, mm, when during my life, I really love peace and tranquility, to have a peace and tranquility in my heart. And for the when I felt something, this emotion, I told myself, Sam, go ahead and design a building for people who is seeking tranquility, such as you. You know, I imagine I designed this building as a with magical works software for individuals are tired of the hustle and bustle of the world. And these guys refuse to this castle because of it is full of tranquility, and the inhabitants of this castle love each other. And because I love this place in my heart and design this building for these people, and and all of guys in this building uh, teach each other to forgive someone who pain them, who hurts them, who mm, or uh, or some our pain in their life. Forgive all of guys. If I need, I'm really sensitive person in my life, and because as you can see, all of my artwork
That's wonderful. Let me just switch over to a second piece, which is and can I just say, um, first of all, the the thing that impressed me about the palace was, first of all, the extent of detail. So it was a technical appreciation, but your explanation of it brings it to life. And it just reminds me when I was years ago, when I was commuting into a city job every day. It used to be very chaotic and very stressful. And I used to find the nearest church or cathedral and would just go in there and sit down and just absorb the peace. And I'd go back to work refreshed after lunch, and I'd so I understand exactly what you mean about places and architecture uh, being able to give you a sense of peace. This looks to be at the other end of the scale. This is more fiery, more kind of menacing in a way. So tell me a bit about this piece. Yeah. Yes, it looks like it's in the heart of a volcano. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Hmm. It, yeah. let, let, let's take a look at that in a second. I just want to say about the inferno, the picture of hell on the bed of molten lava. That again gains so much from an explanation. Voxel voxels I associate with games, and it would be so powerful if someone were to take these scenarios and actually create a game where someone had to go and rescue the jewels and take them back to humanity. But it gives a very powerful story the way you tell it, and it gives me a much deeper appreciation of that piece of art. Let me share the screen again, and let's just go to the final work that you shared with me, which again is it's a very accessible piece. It immediately grabs you. It's a different style, but look at this. This is a fabulous picture of a girl underneath this what looks like a rusty globe up above the head. Tell me a bit about this piece. I it is very calm. It's very meditative and peaceful. Even though it says the text says, "I am trapped in a cubic trap in a tough and harsh world." I gain a lot of peace just by looking at this, and I think it's because of the calmness of the pose of the girl, and it's a very beautiful piece. And before we go any further, this is 12 Tezos. This is what this. Let's go and get this before we do anything else. You're very welcome. I hope that I hope that other people who are okay talking purchase successfully. I hope that other people who watch the stream go and do the same thing, because this is quite spectacular. Okay, that's yeah. You're very welcome. Tell me, is it more important for you to the creation of art, the kind of process that you go through, or is it more important for people to see it and appreciate it, or is it more important for people to buy it and collect and sort of contribute funds?
Artwork it together, we can see both of them are art, but one of them is AI, the other one is 3D voxel. And for example, my art took me about a month, even 3 months to be designed, and not under 1 minute. And I like to someone understand the value of my artwork, how much I effort on designing it. For example, you zoom in the dress of the girl and make of the girl, and I put a lot of time to design. I like this person, first of all, a collector. Now that how much time I design it and then collect it, and I like this person know very well about artistic information or knowledge or something like this. For example, you know very well about voxel art and zoom in my details, and it is very valuable for me.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I have no kind of traditional artistic skills. So I started creating AI art just because I'm better with words. So I could put together texts, I could get up something, but it's very quick. And I recognize that there are limits to the skills that are required. There are a lot of people do more with AI afterwards with post processing, and there are a lot of people go into the generative art and are very good with coding. I've got none of that. I just have to use the tools that are given to me and the things that I can use easily. But for collecting, my absolute favorite genre is 3D art. I love 3D art, 3D animation, and I collect a lot of different things. I collect photography and abstract art and some AI art, but my very favorite is 3D art, such as you've been showing us this morning. So thank you very much for this quick introduction. It's been a pleasure to get to know you, and I'll watch with interest what you come up with next.
Thank you, thank you. It is my pleasure, and to be honest, it was my dream to have a conversation with you. When you sent me DM, on that time I slept, and when I opened my X and check my DM, oh my God, Mark sent me DM to prepare for interview. I thought that was a dream, but no, it is true. Mark sent me DM and suggest me a conversation. It's really valuable. This kind of interview is really valuable for me because you are one of valuable person people in NFT community. I really appreciate you to invited me for this interview. It is, to be honest, it was my pleasure and honor for me to have a conversation with you.
Well, I'd say
I really appreciate.
it's been my pleasure and honor to get to meet you. Now I'll close it down. I won't close the meeting. I'll come back to say goodbye to you, but I'll stop the stream. So
You.
thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you,
Okay.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear. Goodbye.